I think y'all are very motivated, so keep up what you're doing. We just had the AIA, the Advocacy in Action Week in April, and there was quite a bit of success for that. I mean, they talked about veterans care, unaccompanied housing, backlog of fixing things. There was a couple other issues, but those were the big legislative issues. At the state level, we also advocate. MOAA is part of the Tennessee coalition called TenVet that advocates in Nashville for benefits for veterans like your property taxes, like medical marijuana. BJ Keepers from the Chattanooga chapter did a very nice speech and talk to all the legislators that were present and the 100 vets from those 11 different organizations about barometric chamber therapy. So anybody with PTSD or traumatic brain injury, this is a therapy that can maybe help them. And there's a lot of therapies on the horizon, but this one really shows some success. So keep that in mind. I wanted to add one thing. Keith mentioned Congressman Scott DesJarlais. This past April when we were doing the congressional rounds, he's the only one that met with our team in person. And he's done it 4 years in a row, because that's how many times I've been up there. So if you ever see Scott, thank him, because he's a great supporter of the military. He sits on the House Armed Services Committee. He's actually chairman of the Strategic Forces Subcommittee. That's all your nuclear stuff, by the way. He's in charge of that committee. So think about that when you see Scott, and thank him profusely for his support of all things military, be it veterans, active, former, etc. Keith also mentioned membership. MOAA is very much behind on the committee module and the near real-time report. Those are two things. One, you garner some recruits for that on the near real-time report, and the committee module, the president and the membership chair are responsible for keeping up to date, so you know who owes dues, you know who's what, who's where, emails, etc. So this is a over year-long undertaking, still a work in progress. So for those of you that know what the committee module is, you'll understand how hard it is for MOAA to keep track of its membership. But without that, it doesn't gain the recognition at the congressional level that they would like to push the issues that they push. And if you ever go on the Legislative Action Center, that's where all of you can contribute in clicking those buttons and sending those letters to Marcia, to Bill Haggerty, your two senators, and then whatever rep district you sit in, obviously. And you can do the same thing, by the way. TenVet is trying to get that for the state level, because it'd be a great idea. Then you could start bugging the crap out of them, for doing things. And today, if you noticed in the news, Andy Ogles is in the news. Tim Burchett's in the news. He's up in Nashville, Burchett's in Knoxville, making the news with the Trump administration. So there's your political speech for the day. Any questions for your council president?
Where's the convention that you mentioned at the very first?
I'm sorry, the Gaylord Center in Baltimore is what it's called. It's a conference, just moa.org. You'll see the total force icon, you'll see the registration. And if you want to go, it's open to MOAA members. And y'all are eligible. It's $350 conference fee. There's a $50 fee for the first night. You get to listen to a comedian speak, or entertain you, I guess is a better way to say it. I'm not much of a
You mean a
entertainer.
congressman's going to speak?
No, he's a real comedian, real live comedian. I forgot his name. And then the rest is a bunch of workshops the next day. There's a ton of workshops. So that's it, unless there's any more questions. Thank you, Keith.
You're welcome.